job is to go 4-1, 1-0 this week. We're going to prepare like that. Again, it's not about the Kansas City Chiefs, not about Patrick Mahomes. It's about us.
It's not about the Kansas City Chiefs. It is about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Welcome here into Teal, the show. The Jaguars are 3-1, and we're counting down the days until Monday Night Football. Our official count guy, Kyle, hanging out. Kyle, what's the count at now?
I guess we're at, like 3 days. I wasn't prepared to be the countdown guy. That's my bad. But I'm just as fired up as you. It's been a hot minute since we've had Monday night. I can't wait.
2023, the last time there was a home Monday night game in Jacksonville. This is a big one. I didn't tell him I was going to make him the countdown guy.
You got to let me know these things, Jamal.
Got to put you on the spot a little bit, you know, test those math skills out. So this is a big-time game, right? Look, bright nights, Monday Night Football. The last time the Jaguars were in Monday night, it was against the Cincinnati Bengals. It didn't exactly go well. Not the favorite moment to look back to in 2023.
No, it was the last game. I mean, it was a good game.
Last year when they were on the road Monday night.
Yeah, let's not talk about that one. That was because I picked them to win that game. It was not pretty. That's in the past. This is a new team. But also this Monday night game, it feels a little different. It kind of has the feel of some of those 2022 matchups where it's just some energy going on. And I know a lot of the players and coaches, they're fired up for Monday night.
Oh, absolutely. I think these are the games you dream of. You know, this is why you want to play NFL football, for these type moments. And, you know, that's why, you know, I'm going to enjoy the moment all the way up until the game. And then when the game happens, you definitely want to live in the moment there as well.
Yeah, man, being able to be the only game on TV, you know, under the bright lights, man, and it's going to be fun, exciting atmosphere, so can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, of course, just the opportunity for you know, this team. It's just the next opportunity. It's the next game. It doesn't count for more than the other ones, but it is a big opportunity for us. You know, it's on a big stage. Everybody's going to be watching, and I think it's a, you know, a good next step for our team to take, and obviously a good opponent in the Chiefs and a big AFC game, so it's a big one for us.
Look, the bright lights of Monday Night Football, it doesn't get much bigger than that. For the Jaguars, this is an opportunity to kind of put the NFL on notice and show that 3-1 wasn't a fluke. The Kansas City Chiefs are, well, kind of the gatekeepers of the AFC. If you want to be taken seriously, you got to go through Kansas City. You got to take down the bully of sorts, and that's what Kansas City's been to everybody else. If the Jaguars go on Monday Night Football, bright lights, prime time, take care of business, move to 4-1, there's not going to be anybody in the league that's saying, well, that was a fluke, it's just the Jaguars. At that point, you have to be taken seriously. Now, if you're going to do that, you got a pretty tough quarterback that you got to find a way to slow down.
The operation he owns, right? He owns the whole thing. He can see it pre-snap, make adjustments, tell the guys to run different routes if he doesn't like the look that he's seeing. But then obviously, and then the accuracy within the timing and rhythm of a play. He's very accurate. And then when he does probably do what he does best is getting on the move and being a passer, remaining a passer first. Being able to obviously make throws this way, that way, this way, you know, over his head. Yeah, I mean, he's very impressive, and it's a great challenge for our guys this week.
Yeah, his ability to extend plays and making sure, you know, everyone's on their guy, you know, throughout until the whistle, you know, is very pivotal because he can stretch plays, and they got playmakers on that side of the ball. So
obviously 15. It all starts with him. Got a lot of respect for, you know, what he does with the ball in his hands, and, you know, them getting Worthy back was big for their offense. You know, got a lot of respect just for their offense as a whole. They started clicking last week, so everybody's got to be on their P's and Q's this week.
He can throw it 150 yards on the dot, so it's definitely, we got to try to keep him in the pocket. That's definitely number one, but he can put the ball anywhere he wants to as far as he wants to do it. So it's definitely going to be a challenge. We got to go out there and challenge these receivers, and it's going to be a good one.
Slowing down Patrick Mahomes is something that everybody's been trying to figure out, and really nobody has figured out how to do it. I mean, if there's one way to stop Pat Mahomes, you got to harass the guy. You got to get the pass rush in his face, make him go out and make those superhero plays outside the pocket. Now, you know you can make them, and you're going to have to live with when he does go, and in the words of Jordan Lewis, get outside the pocket and throw it 150 yards on a dot. That can happen. But if you let him just hang out in the pocket and operate, he's going to slice and dice you anyway. So you got to let him get on the move and try and make him be the superhero Patrick Mahomes that we've seen him be so many times.
He can throw it from anywhere, Jamal. And just like you said, I think he's going to have some plays. Yeah. And you just got to learn to live with them, move on to the next play. just like we talked about earlier in the season, you can't dwell on it. Next play mentality, that's how you win this game.
Yeah, look, that's what it is. You got to try and control this guy. This is probably the toughest test that the Jaguars defense has had so far. And the 49ers, as we saw on Thursday Night Football, they can roll now. That is a really good team, and the Jaguars defense showed up for that one. But the Kansas City Chiefs, until proven otherwise, they are on a whole nother level from just about everybody else in the league, outside of maybe Buffalo. Look, Kansas City Chiefs, that's who they are. They are the gatekeepers of the AFC. They are the bully in the AFC. They're the team you got to go through that everybody's been trying to figure out how to stop, and they haven't been able to do it. Can the Jaguars do it on Monday Night Football? Because this Kansas City Chiefs team, the first couple of weeks out the season, they get out slow start, just like they did, and then they figure it out, and they get to rolling. You don't want them to get to rolling this week, not in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, no, I need everybody to remember that this is still the Chiefs. I know they might not have gotten off to the best start, but this is a tough game for the Jaguars, and they need to be on their P's and Q's and come out firing if they want to have a chance.
Yeah, look, this is an opportunity to make a statement, but in order to do that, you got to find a way to take down what is going to be a really tough team. We'll talk more about what the Jaguars got to do to get that dub and hear from QB1 Trevor Lawrence coming up right after this quick break. All right, welcome back here into Teal, the show. So the Jaguars getting ready for this Monday night showdown against the Kansas City Chiefs. If they want to get the win, you got to feel like the passing game's going to have to play a little bit better than it has so far this season, right? Trevor Lawrence is learning the new offense. He's played solid. I mean, I give him a solid B-.
It's a fair grade. That's a fair grade.
Managing the game, getting the job done. They're 3-1, so tough to complain too much. But look, even Liam Cohen and Trevor have both said that there's still levels that they got to clean up some stuff and get this thing rolling a little bit more.
They do need to get it rolling. But I will also say that one thing Trevor talked about was, and Liam's talked about as well, complementary football. Yeah. The offense helps out the defense. Defense helps out the offense. Special teams helps out it all. So if one is kind of slacking, the other one picks up that slack, and I just feel like that is a key to the game. So Trevor Lawrence loves the complementary football that this team's been playing so far.
Just the whole team. I mean, that's a very cliche answer, but I think the whole team playing together, I think we've played very complementary. It hasn't always been clean. I know offensively, like I said, we've had some things that we want to clean up, but as far as making plays when we need them, whether it was the 4-minute drive last week or against Houston, didn't play really great offensively the whole game, but we had the big drive to go up, and then obviously the defense had the huge stop at the end. So I think just the complementary football, feeding off one another, making plays when we have to make them. I mean, those are signs of us going in the right direction and finding ways to win games, even if you don't play perfect. And I think that's a good feeling as a player and as a team. Like when you know you're in those big moments and you have confidence in the defense, the offense, special teams, whoever it is, that guy, someone's going to make a play.
You got to play as a team, and that's what it's been about. The Jaguars' defense has been forcing the turnovers. The offense has been getting the job done. Still stuff to clean up. Even Anthony Campanile, the Jaguars' defensive coordinator, look, the defense has been playing fantastic, but he says they haven't been playing perfect. There's a lot for them to clean up. So this team knows it's still early in the year. You want to be playing your perfect football late in the year. So a lot of work still to be done for this. And look, we're this far into it. Monday night's going to be Trevor Lawrence's birthday. And mentioned during the press conference, well, he can get himself the perfect birthday gift. All he has to do is go out there and get a dub. What's better for a birthday present than a win in a night game on Monday Night Football at the bank, you know? So a little work to do. He's got to get himself his own gift, but that would be the perfect birthday gift. Birthday at the bank. What better way to celebrate?
Happy birthday to you.
If the whole bank doesn't sing happy birthday to him at some point, I will be disappointed.
We need to send that out because now that you say it, that does seem like the best thing to happen. But that also, I can't think of a better way to spend your birthday. You get a win on Monday night. That would be incredible. It would be storybook.
That would be storybook. That would be the way to do it. We'll see. This is 2 years in a row that Trevor will have played a game on his birthday. So we'll see if he can get out of the bank on Monday night with a win. All right, so I guess we've reached that point in the show. All right, Kyle, where are you going with this thing? How you feeling? You think they get the win?
I'll start it off. I will you got to give me a minute here. For too long, the Jaguars have kind of been, you know, the low man on the pole, right? Yeah. They've been the laughing stock. They've been an easy target. Go win on Monday night, and that changes. You talked about they need to be the bully. Trevor Lawrence said they're not going to let teams come in here and bully them. Yeah. Go win on Monday night, and all that changes. This will put the league on notice, okay? I need Everbank Stadium to be, I don't want to see any red or yellow in there. A sea of teal and black, 70,000 deep, all screaming, Duval. Because Liam Cohen, this is his time. and he can exercise 31 years of demons for the Jaguars and these fans. I'm going the Jaguars. 31-27. Give me Duval. I don't know how confident I am in that, but I think they have a chance. This team's a little different, Jamal, the last two games, right? The Texans and the 49ers. Usually not games the Jaguars win, especially how they played in them, but they found a way to win, and so that's why I'm taking them.
All right, talk to him, Kyle. Look, all right, look, I can't argue with any of that. I think one of the keys to this game for me, when I start sitting down and looking at it, we talked about Pat Mahomes. You got to get after him. I think Josh Hines-Allen's going to be able to do that, but Trayvon Walker a little bit banged up. How do you replace or make sure that you're getting the production there? You got to get after him, and Trayvon has been off to a fantastic start to his season. So the question mark is the pass rush going to be good enough? I think Josh is going to be a big part of that. You got to have Eric Armstead show up and give you some interior pass rush. That's how you flush him outside the pocket, and that's how you let those guys on the edge eat. We'll see. Look, I think this is a tough game. I picked against the Jaguars last week in San Francisco, and they proved me wrong. And I am over the moon for that. Look, Jaguars are 3-1, Chiefs are 2-2. This is Monday Night Football. This is a place in prime time where, honestly, for a long time, we've had more outings like last year where the Jaguars went on prime time against the Buffalo Bills and were embarrassed, then took care of business. I think the bank's going to be rocking. I think it's going to be like it was against the Titans. I think it's going to be like it was against the Chargers in the playoffs. I think it's going to be rocking. Stand-in room only tickets are already on sale as we stand here and talk during Teal the show. And with that, look, night game at the bank, I think they just hit different. I'm going to roll with you, Kyle. I'm rolling with the Jags in this one.
Let's go. That's what I like to hear, Jamal.
I'm going to pick the Jags in this one. I'm probably not as high. My score's not that far from you. I'll go 28-24. Jaguars win.
We've done this a while. My scores are terrible. So that's fine.
I think this is going to be a tough one, but if the Jaguars defense can keep turning up the ball, getting turnovers, I think they got a shot in this game. So I'm going to roll with the Jags. This is an opportunity, and they know this is an opportunity. This is a team against the Kansas City Chiefs that they know if they want to be taken seriously, you got to take them down, and you got to do it on Monday Night Football. All right, so we're in unison here on Teal the Show.
Big time op. It's a big time op.
This is a big time opportunity for the Jaguars to go out there and get a win. All right, so I mentioned that standing room only tickets. So a lot of you at home are probably planning on heading out to the game on Monday night. Something you should know, if you're heading out to the game, things might look a little different. So the Jaguars officially have cut the ribbon on what they're calling a grand staircase. So that makes a super gate, and this is a new way that you can kind of get into the stadium. You'll be able to see the new expanded concourses. This is just the first step in some of the construction that you've seen going on around the stadium. So these will be open on Monday night. As you go into the stadium, there are still escalators around, so you don't have to take the stairs. When it's all said and done, there will be 4 sets of staircases like this around the stadium with escalators next to them. This is just the first step toward that stadium of the future that's coming in 2028. Hey, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on Teal the Show. Hey, one quick programming note. Since the game's going on Monday night, we won't see you again for another episode of Teal the Show until Friday night. So no Teal the Show Monday night, but we'll be back with you on Friday night. And we'll be talking all about what happened on the Jaguars and even starting to move ahead to the next game, which is another home game. So we appreciate you hanging out with us here on Teal the Show, and hopefully we'll see you same time next week. Good night, everybody.